can taste your words. I 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 can taste.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video we're going to go through our top 3 altcoins of the week. So the first one we're going to look at is Ethereum. You can see similar to Bitcoin, Ethereum has been trending down in this range back since November. Managed to get a break and a confirmation of the break early Feb. So you see we've been making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. We got to an indecision point here, plenty of buying action. 2 capitulation wicks similar to Bitcoin, where you've got the buyers, buy orders there, and we are following a range similar to Bitcoin, slightly different in that the range starting here. So we've got a lot of full candles coming back down to test this area, which is not showing as much strength as Bitcoin, but we know that when the market's undecisive, the Bitcoin needs to make its move first, so that's what's happening. So this is on the daily chart, and what we've seen is we come out of the range up here, come back down to test this trend line and the important higher high. So we've made the higher high from this level here. Come back, tested, broke through, and then we need to decide whether we're going to make highs again here. So chances are we're going to hover around this 200 moving average. We broke through there, we tested that as resistance, and now we're ready for another move. Stochastics are low on the daily time frame, but I mean, if we move into the lower time frames, you'll see we need to come down a little bit, so I can see that we are hitting an area of resistance. And if we have a look on the 4 hour, you'll be able to see a little bit clearer that we've got a lot of bit of a sell wall here. So we've hit that sell wall once, and I'd expect us to come back and at least test that for a second time, creating a double top, and then the market will make a move as to whether it's going to continue higher. So what we want is where my buy zone will be on here, or where my area of interest is from here, is I want to see a break above, confirmation, and then some kind of a buy-in signal from here, whether it's going to be a 3-bar reverse or a higher high, higher close, some kind of buy-in signal. And I do want the indicators to be on the lower end. So I mean, we are on the lower end on the daily. We need to just have a bit of a pullback on the 12, the 4 and the 8 before we can start looking at entries. And of course we need to break and close above this area. So that's what I'm looking at on Ethereum. Not quite there yet, but showing strong signs. So chances are we'll come back and do as I said, and we'll come back here. You'll see the indicators will pull down, give them chance, and if we manage to make a bit of a high there, if we manage to make a bit of a high here whilst the indicators pull down, that'll show strength for continuation up and hopefully a break and a close above this level. So area that I'm looking at for Ethereum is well, if the first area we're looking at is going to be a close above 3146. This is on Binance on the Ethereum USTD. So that's the first level there. I don't want to just breach it. I want to close above that, just as a confirmation that that's going to continue or likely to continue higher. You see that we've got a lot of selling pressure from the previous kill zone here, which is the previous swing high to the previous swing low. So we've got a bit of action to get through here, but these levels are pretty decent. I mean, if you look at, let's get rid of some of these. Back on the 4 hour now. So I mean, you look at these levels here. You're looking at what are we on, 311. Top of the range 3.3. So I mean, you do need to watch, and hopefully if we do break and close above that level as well, it'll give us a chance to get and close above the 200 moving average, showing strength. I mean, we know that certainly on the daily 200 moving average, when we were below that, we're in a bearish trend. So at the moment, you've got to consider that. And when I say the top 3 altcoins of the week as well, guys, I mean these top 3 altcoins that I'm looking at from a short-term trading perspective. So I've got my sell orders on these as well. Ethereum, if I can manage to break and close above this area there, I've only got a short sell order at the 200 moving average, and then we can take profits and decide as to whether we want to continue on that move or not. If you think it's likely to go higher and it's within your rule set, take a little bit off maybe, and then let it continue. Move your stop loss to break even, or even take profit slightly, and then just continue up. But that's up to you, depending on your rule set. This is just how I'm looking at it. I'm not actually buying anything right now. I'm just keeping an eye to see when Ethereum is going to give me a signal of entry. So that's Ethereum, guys. Next one is Phantom. So Phantom, guys, this has absolutely been battered. I mean, that's the daily chart, and it's been absolutely slammed since the developer Andrej Krumeja left. So we're looking at, we had a trend line, we're coming down from a trend, again back from, this has gone back January, so this was a late runner. It did manage to run through November and December. So we've got trend line going back, and we managed to break the trend late March. So we've come back, done a full retracement there. I mean, if you put a Fibonacci on there, you can see that's a breakout of trend there, but you've managed to retrace full back to these levels. However, we have hit an area of support there, so you've got the buying action, which was met at this area here, and you've got your double bottom there, which is always a good signal. So what I'm having a look at the moment, this is the daily, I'm looking for a higher close, which we've actually nearly completed. We've also got a little area of resistance, a bit of a sell wall here. So I want to look how price action reacts past there, breaking a close above this level, and I think we're likely to make higher moves up to the levels of 163. So 163 is my area of interest, but just a couple of rules of entry that I'm looking for is I want break above here, retest, and let's go on a lower time frame actually, because my rules of entry are always met on the 4 hour. If I'm trading the daily, my rules of entry are always 4 hours an entry signal and 1 hour sometimes as a signal, depending on which strategy that I'm doing. So at the moment we've got Phantom, and we've seen that we did have the double bottom there. This is on the 4 hour now, so it looks like it's a bit of a longer chart, but we've got the double bottom confirmation there. So what I want to see from a trading perspective, and not financial advice, this is just what I like to do and what I like to look for, is you want to break above this level, confirmation past the previous highs, come back down, test the levels. You might even breach these levels, but yeah, you test this level somewhere, and on the lower time frame you can look for another signal such as a double bottom, which is what I like to look for, or again a 3-bar reversal, and you'll tend to see something like that. You'll probably see a break of the previous highs. If you're going to get a continuation of that, you start to form a new trend line going upwards, and you're likely to be met with resistance at the 200 moving average, and then we'll make a decision there. The bears will have their turn, and then we can see how the bulls react to that. So that's what I'm looking at, Phantom. So just to confirm, I'm looking at breaking a close above this level, come back, test confirmation, and the levels that I'm looking at are, and this is just after the break, I'm not looking at this if it's tested, levels I'm looking at are between 119 and 121, and my first sell is at the 131 mark, or the 200 moving average, depending on what chart you're looking at. So that's Phantom, guys. So the last one that we're going to look at this week, for the week, is going to be Algorand. And you see that Algorand, it's, I'll start off on the daily chart and do the analysis from a top-down perspective, but you see that Algorand we've got the higher close. We've also been met with a bit of resistance, and I drew this area some time back, and I just want to show you how it's been respected over time. So we're in March 2022. This is the last time that I looked at it, was March 2022, but you've got a bounce here. So we didn't previously have the price action up to there as the last time that I looked at this, but you've got your bounce here at this level, you've got your bounce here at this level, here, 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 and this is the area that we broke. So what is resistance becomes support. You've got resistance back there as well. But if you look at how far this goes back, you're looking at August 2019, these levels. We were at these levels in August 2019, and we are holding this level now. So it's looking good that we're on a higher close, but the level that I really want to breach is 75 cents, 76 cents. So if I do breach 75, 76 cents, we can go back down again on the lower time frame. We've got to look how price reacts on this one, because our previous outside return and the previous swing low, it's got quite a lot of price action to beat. So I mean, fundamentally this has absolutely been bad, and it's holding at a good level, and the reason why I picked it this week is because of that. Worst case scenario, we're coming back down to test the lows again with 69 cents, and we're already at 75 at the moment, so you're not talking huge dips, and the risk reward far outweighs the reward far outweighs the risk in this case. So I mean, it's something that I'm looking at, and we're not just buying it now. We've got 4 hour, which is overbought, we've got the 8 hour, which is overbought, we've got the 12 hour, which is overbought, and then we've got the daily, which is looking good. We're in an uptrend on the daily. So as an example, let's have a look and see if we do get that pullback. The pullback that I kind of be looking for is to test these levels round here again. So you're testing these levels, let the stochastic come back, we can go back up again, see how the bears react to this level. If we've got the momentum in the bulls' favour, probably test that again and then continue up higher. So I'm looking for a break and a close above 75, 76 cents, come back, test previous resistance as support, and then continue back up. And again, we've got plenty of room here to make a nice decent profit from our trading account to just get up to the 200-day moving average, which is at 82 cents. So it's something that I'd probably look at dollar cost averaging in on this one. I do like to split my trades between 4, so 25%, 25%, and then 25%. I mean, the intention of that is if we do manage to breach previous lows and we do want to get out, we've got a couple of options there. We're only 25% in, and we can either come back, wait for a retest of whatever structure it is, whether it be a trend line or a momentum line, and then we can look at trying to exit at either break even or a small loss. So we do give ourselves options in that instance, and that's the power of splitting and laddering in. So that's the third one, is Algorand, guys. Hope you like the video. Do leave any messages in the description below, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Many thanks. So we hope you like the video, guys. If you want us to go over any altcoins, or if you want us to go over any technical analysis, any tutorials, any interactions with you guys, the new community, just leave a message below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. Take care.
I can taste